So Elisabeth Elliot is probably best known for her work among the Auca Indians in Ecuador, the loss of her husband, and others also to those Indians in that ministry. The Lord used her, the other wives who had lost their husbands in that ministry. But in her senior years, she took her ministry to the radio. She had a daily broadcast, and you were blessed of all people if you happened to be in the car when her radio broadcast was going on, because she was such an encourager and such a blessing. She's been with the Lord since June of 2015. So these are her words from one of her radio broadcasts. I've taken some minor liberties. Last month, she says, I went to a hospital in Mississippi to visit my new granddaughter, Elisabeth. I peered eagerly through the nursery window along with all the other grandmothers and smug fathers. Our baby was shown to us by the nurse, a beautiful tiny thing clenching her perfect fists. I gazed as enthralled as though I had never seen a newborn child, as though Elisabeth were the first of her kind ever to appear to mystify and bewitch and melt the soul of a grandmother. At the back of the nursery, I saw some babies who affected me very differently, but also very deeply. They were extremely small. A nurse thrust her hands into built-in rubber gloves in the side of an incubator and ever so gently lifted a little creature that looked infinitely more fragile and helpless than our baby. This was a preemie of perhaps 2.5 pounds. He was one of several in the incubators, and as I watched them lying there, eyes bandaged against the heat lamp, moving and breathing in their plastic boxes, I thought of my nephew Charles, who was just such a baby 9 years ago. Born 3 months early, he was not expected to make it through the first night. Earnestly prayed for by his parents and many others, cared for continuously by many gentle hands, he survived. Now he's a lively little 9-year-old boy. We celebrate his life. Not long ago, I saw a picture which I will never forget. A black plastic garbage bag which contained what was left of the morning's work in one city hospital, 4 or 5 babies, some of them the size of Charles when he was born, some of them larger. They were rejects. No one would celebrate their lives. Who is it that makes the selections? Who decides this stuff? Who may determine which tiny person is acceptable and may be permitted to be born, and if necessary, hovered over, cradled in sterile temperature-controlled incubator to assist his survival? Who decides which is unacceptable and may be treated as a cancer or a gangrenous growth and surgically or chemically removed? What perverted vision of life enhancement warrants such a choice? She writes, Gloria Steinem appeared on television once to speak about what she calls pro-choice. What she did not say, and what no proponent of abortion ever says, is that the choice that they defend is the choice to kill people. Babies are people. But the U.S. Supreme Court has decreed that certain people, if they are young enough and helpless enough, they may be killed. It was not always so in our country. It was not always so in America. Let us, who claim to accept moral responsibility for refugees and the world's rejects, let us remember that another of Earth's people is being selected, shall we say, for annihilation. We are accused of insensitivity if we mention the black garbage bags or the saline burning or the intrauterine dismemberment of gestating human beings, as if it is more sensitive to speak only of the therapeutic removal of, quote, tissue or production of conception. When did we stop celebrating human life? Let us consider these things in quietness before God, who sees them all. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret. Your eyes beheld my unformed substance. In your book they were written, every one of them. The days that were formed for me when as yet there was none of them. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. See if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Thank you.